Hello everyone. Welcome to this live session of Jabalpur Smart City and Jabalpur Incubation Center. So in order to ensure success and growth of your startup, you need to develop and practice set of skills. Hard skills like finance management, marketing are essential to run your startup, while in other hand, soft skills like communication, decision making, help you to scale up your startup. With this, I, Ankit Raja, with my co-host Megha Upadhyay, welcome you all in this live session. Today with us, we have Dr. Sukanya Iyer, Executive Secretary at Toastmaster. I'm also associated with Bharati Yuva Shakti Trust and has mentored many business leaders who are now running profitable firms. So with this, I request ma'am, please proceed and guide us further in our session, Need of Skill Development in Entrepreneurship.
Namaskar. Good afternoon to one and all of you present online and as well as live on this sessions at various social media platforms. I always, before I start with my webinar session, I always quote from Swami Vivekananda, a great philosopher, a great thought leader in those days. Swami Vivekananda says, to hire an idea, to get an idea, once the idea is generated, you put your nerves, bones, and muscles to generate that idea. Today, the idea is Bharat Atmanirbharta, Atmanirbhar Bharat. As the clarion call given by our Prime Minister, we find that that we have the potential, both the human resources and the natural resources. We need to tap those resources effectively, efficiently, and with calibration. So that comes, and also usage of skill sets. We have to hone our skill sets and properly use those skill sets in building a career, whatever, across the domains, across regions of India, to lead the nation towards आत्मनिर्भर भारत. कैसे सक्षम बनाया जाए भारत को, भारतवासियों के पास इतना हुनर है, स्किल, आप जैसे जानते हैं हुनर हम बोलते हैं, तो हुनर तो बहुत सारे हैं, सबके पास हैं, पर उस हुनर को कैसे उभर के बाहर लेके आए. So that is what I'm going to speak. Every one of us are talented, every one of us are skilled, every one of us are instituted or equipped with skill sets. It is up to us, how are we bringing it out. So what is the skill development? We of late, this the term has been very much glorified. So what is the skill development? It is generally which is used to refer to the productive capabilities which are acquired through all levels of learning and most importantly training. So that which can be trained or which can be learned both formally as well as non-formal, informal, on the job settings, off the job settings. घर में माँ सिखाती है. So it starts from the home to it takes you to the school, to the various stages of the collegiate education. Then you cross it over. That's what we have given in our new education policy, due impetus to vocational stream of learning, so that it takes you to hone your skill sets, and according to your skill sets you can what you can go for your job requirements. So here I am today very humbly presenting to you, the nation which has got so much of potential, the youth power and also the natural resources. आसपास में कितने सारे छोटी छोटी चीजें होंगी पर बहुत हमें बहुत मायने रखती हैं. So here we are, the need for skill development. I will go through a small presentation, and Megha and Ankit, many of my people are telling that they are not able to access this link that I had posted on the Facebook. So you can also make it, if there are any technical errors, you can make it accessible to all the people who are there logged in the Facebook. Okay. So the next slide, this is the first slide in front of you all, that why we have to have the need for the skill development. When I say why we need the skill is that this World Economic Forum, WEF, that it stated, the future of jobs 2018 and till now, the half of Indian workers will require skill development. In 2018, they predicted by 2022. So this is the need to meet the talent demands of the future. Furthermore, the proportion of work age, that is the working age population, 15 to 59 years, is expected to be over 64% of the population by the coming years, let's say by 2023, and it can increase also. Approximation I'm giving you. Predictions are this, that is the demographic advantage will last only till when 2040. So that advantage, why should we not tap? So we should tap the demographic advantage. So India therefore has got a limited span of time because of this advantage. So we have to have a time frame to harness the demographic dividend and simultaneously encourage the skill development. Post COVID era, we had faced a lot of challenges because of pre and post COVID, and especially during COVID and post COVID, the time frame with India is also, has been shortened. The district skills committee at various levels and the various initiatives of the government has improved skill development in India tremendously. So, to inculcate the necessary skills, India needs to take massive efforts to address various and has taken this step called Skill Mission, which was established in 2015. So, to face the various challenges in skill development, there are various district skill committees. Okay, it's called as DSCS. Okay, and under the guidance of various state skill development commissions, SSDM, State Skill Development Mission. These DSCs, district skill committees, they play a very vital role, pivotal role, important role, key role in addressing what the skill gap and also assessing the various demand at the district levels, because in those छोटे छोटे शहरों में, छोटे छोटे नगरों में हमें बहुत सारे हुनर पाए जाते हैं, पर उनको एड्रेस कैसे किया जाए. So there are committees, there are now common service centers are established by Government of India at various district levels, under the purview of the state governments, various state governments. So the functioning of these district skill committees, planning for skilled training, they have few laptops. For example, I'm telling, where I stay in Powai, there's a Sangarsh Nagar, it's full of slums. Okay, we had given, with the help of Rotary and Lions Club, some 10 laptops to those maid जो घर में जो काम करने वाली जो औरतें होती हैं, उनके बेटा जो बेटियां हैं वो स्कूल में जाते हैं, पर आजकल everything is online, everything they have to be on the gadgets. Who will give? So we, like the stakeholders, we thought, we like, there are so many organizations, NGOs, a lot partnering with state government. They thought of this. They gave in a small room they had acquired, and they had given some 10 laptops. So even the mothers who had been working in the daytime in the various households, they came in the afternoon. They learned little bit of internet, because everything today has to be done online, including the payment, GPay, UPI interface that we have, the BeamPay, GPay, or what Paytm, whatever, even the Thailawalas, every vendor. So India has no chaptered a revolution, scripted a space in the digital arena. So that is where India is going. That's a skill. How we all have learned, we have evolved. So that is how we are. So this is the flagship scheme of the ministry, MSD, the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, which was launched in 2015. That is implemented by NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation. You can move to the next slide. So this is the way as I told you now, I gave you the data. So these are the things required for the critical aspect for job creation in India. So why we need skill development? It is because India's GDP is growing at a great rate. Now it is fluctuating. We say V shaped trajectory. It goes down and then it was Y and then now it is going up because of various reforms, bold measures only for the welfare of 1.4 billion Indians across India to the flagship programs for the government of India. So that's how the challenges are there in the implementation at district level and the state levels. So it has been segregated. It is, as I said, it's a younger nation, and every year, 28 million youth gets India. That is, Indian youth gets added to India's our nation's workforce. The next slide, please. So that I was talking about, National Skill Development Corporation, NSDC. The objective is to enable a large number of Indian youths to take up industry level, relevant skill training. So what that will help them to secure a better livelihood. Most important, individuals with prior learning experience or skills will definitely be assessed according to the skill sets and certified. Just remember, certified under a recognition of prior learning. There is recognition of prior learning, RPL. You can Google it. Everything is available. स्किल इंडिया मिशन के तहत सब आपको उसके अंदर मिल जाएंगे. msde.in, msde.gov.in, msme.gov.in. Please download or please go through all these sites. It gives you enough yojanas which are implemented, instituted, and implemented for 1.4 billion Indians across the nation, across the regions of India. So these certifications, what is going to do if we have these certifications? How is it going to help us? So these certification will have, the grade according to National Skills Qualification Framework, NSQF. I again repeat, National Skills Qualification Framework. So training and assessment fees are completely paid by the government. The respective state governments will have. That's the reason district level stay. If there are not there, then you'll have to report to the district authorities. Please, there's a committee, form a committee, and then and that state government has to look into it. And this has to be given by the state government and the district committee, which is being formed by the skill ministry. That is National Skills Qualification Framework, NSQF. Training and assessment fees, as I said, is absolutely free of cost. Recently, Government of India has also launched, 3.0 Pradhan Mantri Kaushalya Vikas Yojana, PMKVY. So this is various kendras are there. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra, skill development centers. As I said, common service centers you will find everywhere in your district, in your areas. You have to approach them, Google it, and then you, according to your area location wise, you will definitely get it, and all of you can enroll in it. And especially to the downtrodden sections of society, help your mate's daughter, help your driver's daughter, help your carpenter's daughter. थैला वाला के पास अब जब जाएंगे बात करिए, because India needs to be empowered. India has got a leadership at the helm of affairs who is giving thousands of yojana. But when you have an yojana, it has to reach to the masses. Let we, as an educated Indians, have that responsibility. Take those yojanas, give the advantage of the yojanas to the people of India. You youth you have a greater responsibility, greater avenues to grow, opportunities to grow as Skill India, Startup India, various yojanas that you have. Because gone are those days when in my age that I need to go to the various banks, I need to submit the project report. They will come and view my site, visit my site. They will wait. I have to wait for 6 months. Then for capital, you have venture capital, you have angel investors, you have various banks. You can go and talk to various banks. The nationalized banks like Canara Bank, IOB, Indian Bank, Bank of Baroda, all these banks you can approach, especially to the relationship managers. Go and talk to them. They will help you in starting an enterprise. Or else, my organization is always there, Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust. You are mentoring. We have mentors, around 6,500 mentors across the nation, around 7.5 lakh entrepreneurs. So when we do it, so I had started from mentor to chairperson. I have traveled all the way, mentoring around 1,000 plus entrepreneurs. I have to give you a case study of my the first one, 20 years, 21 years back in 2003 in Hyderabad. I had mentored a person with 11th standard dropout boy who wanted to start a cycle shop in the outskirts of Hyderabad. I had gone, I had visited the site. He never had any knowledge to put a board, sales board, that he's going to start a cycle shop, a repair shop, everything all in one-stop shop. It's going to be, and whether it is puncture repairing, whether it is anything related to the cycle chain or the cycle or whatever it is. So and he took me. He approached BYST, and I had gone to the site. I said opened a ledger. Those days it was Tally, 21 years back. Tally was there. Now we have come to the Excel, very advanced versions. I prepared a report. I submitted it to the bank. I said, then they asked me, he's not educated. And we mentors from the BYST, we stepped in and we said, we at every stage, we will handhold him like a parent, like a teacher, like a guide, like a friend, and he can approach us anytime. So we mentors, we have that great responsibility. So we create, co-collaborate. Three C's, as I always say: co-create, collaborate, and coexist. That three C's are the mantras. For the mentoring purposes, what are the three other that mantras are from my side? Three A's: availability, accessibility, and approachability. The mentors need to have this. So that's how I took him, and from Hyderabad, today he is the exporter of BSA cycles. So 21 years he has come, and in the during the pandemic, he had given his cycle free of cost to many laborers to transport the meals and to give like this. So that's how he is here. He's 11th standard dropout. Then now this year, I think he's also finished post graduation in online. So that is how you can. So if I can empower one, youth of this nation who's achieved tremendously with his skill sets, determination, and grit, I think every one of us can. That's what I have shown. What are the advantages, and and the development of skills in India through various programs. So then, what I also feel is that there are various advantages of going through this skill qualification certificate, as I said, NS2F. And what is this district skills committee? This is composed of all significant district development departmental officers. They are headed by district collector. So there are more than 700 district skill committees which are set up across the states over last decade. Okay, 10 years the span it has taken. And what are the functions of these district skill committees? Because बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे शहरों से जो आते हैं, छोटे छोटे नगरों से या शहरों से जो आते हैं, उनको ये इससे हमें ये करवाना चाहिए कि ऐसे से भी योजनाएं हैं, आप इनसे मुतालिफ हो जाइए और इनसे आप लाभ उठाइए, लाभार्थी आप बनिए। और जो है आपके अंदर के जो हुनर है, अगर आप पे नहीं कर पाते तो जो सरकार की योजना है उनमें आप शामिल हुए एंड आप उसका लाभ उठाएं। इसीलिए मैं ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट स्किल कमेटी के बारे में ज्यादा मैं आपको ये दे रही हूँ। दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंस आई एम गिविंग इट टुडे। एंड ऑल्सो these DSCs will also make resources available. Okay, they have made the resources available to various activities such as identifying trainees, Okay, mobilization, counseling, advocacy, and also lastly, okay, last but not the least, they will also monitor and evaluate various courses and perform course corrections to achieve the results, the outcomes, the desired results and outcomes, which is key. Okay, few government schemes they aim to provide skill development, as I was talking about PMKVY, Kaushalya Vikas Yojana. It is the flagship, scheme of MSD, which is launched in 2015. It is implemented by NSDC. The objective, for NSD is to enable large number of youth to take up the industry level training, which will also give them a secured life. This thing. Pradhan Mantri Kaushalya Kendra, which I was talking, the common service centers at India, these are the state of the art model, okay, training centers which are envisaged to create benchmark institutions. These institutions will demonstrate aspirational value for competency based skill development training. आप लोगों को पता होगा नीति आयोग. Okay, Niti Ayog is the policy making, decision making, policy making institution for Government of India. It has identified more than 132 aspirational districts throughout India where all these programs can be instituted. Aspiration districts in various and also in various villages, they are going and imparting training to all these villages and establishing the skill centers. And they also have a women economic forum where there are entrepreneurs, and also they have dedicated mentors to focus on women entrepreneurship. Okay, that is very key. Rural women folk, they're also coming in the limelight because the gender equality in entrepreneurship has to be narrowed down, which is there, which is has increased to 5 to 18% in the recent years, but it has to increase from 18 to 50%. So how do we increase? So we have to handhold them from the rural, from the grassroots side, village side, from the rural side. So that is most important. So these are the things that I wanted to talk about. Can move to the next slide. The objective, uh, as I said, all these things, government has received so much in NSDF fund, okay, and so much has been received as corporate social responsibility funds from public and private sector undertakings. NSDF, okay, development fund. Why it was created with an aim to develop the skills of the youth through various programs. Okay, the next one. Again, what are the schemes? What are the government schemes? These are again, as I had told earlier, that these are the NSDF and NSDF's aim and ambition, as it's shown in the scheme. I have told more than that, I think. What is skill development program? So the major schemes all are all these things. Somewhere leadership development programs, National Employability Enhancement Mission, All India Council of Technical Education. It's also part of Ministry of Education, and they assess the various startup programs. They have also created innovation ambassadors. You can all go to those sites of Ministry of Education, okay, and go to this aict.com, and you can go those colleges, technical colleges. You have now entrepreneurship development cell in various colleges like Atal Incubation Center, okay. So various areas, not only in school, and these entrepreneurship development cell, they have mentors. मैं एक हमारे ज़माने में like my age, when I said I went to my professor, I said, मुझे एक मेरे पास एक idea है, and because at that time, CDs were there, okay, CDs were there, and then and I had taken CDs to present it, and so I had some ideas of partnering with someone, and I said I have this idea. I went to my professor. So my professor immediately said, with due respect, "क्यों- अपना क्यों टाइम बर्बाद कर रही हो? क्यों तुम लोग समझते नहीं हो? एक अच्छा जॉब ले लो, एक अच्छी से एक 9 टू 5 जॉब कर लो, बड़ी लड़की हो, घर में सबसे बड़ी हो, और जॉब करके 9 से 5 तक नहीं, इस बेस्ट इज़ सरकार में, सरकारी काम कर लो, एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्सचेंज में जाके अपना नाम रजिस्टर करवा लो। वो भगवान जाने कब आएगा, वो दैट इज़ अनदर इश्यू। कितने सालों बाद आएगा, कितने देर बाद आएगा, वो पता नहीं। So, what is the immediate, what the student will feel? You all tell me. It The student will feel demotivated, discouraged, right? Because immediately you're making him or her deviating. Oh yes, she's right. She's a professor. So what is it? We're not going to do. We are not going to do. Why can't we? Why can't I? The possibility, the positive attitude has to be incorporated. Though it has taken so much of time, I was discouraged because कहाँ से लेके आओगी इतना सारा, कौन करेगा? घर में तो जाएंगे तो मम्मी पापा से डांट पड़ेगी ही। तो हमने सोचा ठीक है हमारे प्रोफेसर से पूछ लें, ये कुछ ना कुछ तुम्हें जुगाड़ करना होगा, कहाँ से मिलेगा? क्यों? क्योंकि उस समय के जो ये जो हालात थे, जो थॉट प्रोसेस था, इट वाज लाइक दैट. Then we have evolved over generations, over the development of technology, the upgradation of technology. We've evolved ourselves. So now, if anyone comes to me, I'm here, a mentor with that aim. Anyone comes with any idea, I'm there for them. All the way I go out and I say, here, there's so many schemes are there, especially for women. There are so many schemes, n number of schemes by MSME government. Please, आप जाइए, बात करिए, बैंकर्स से जाके बात करिए, नहीं तो मुझे बुलाइए, मैं जाती हूँ. So these the main purpose of today's this thing presentation is also that telling youth don't get discouraged. Have an idea. That's the reason I started with Vivekananda's quotes. If you have an idea, hire an idea, get an idea, work on that idea, make that idea successful. Please, ये मत सोचिए मैं यूनिकॉर्न बन जाऊंगा. No, face the failures, face the challenges. You have to overcome. How will you overcome if you do not fail? You cannot just climb the ladder, right? साइकिल जैसे आप बैठते हो चला लेते हो क्या? गिरते हो, चोट लगती है, फिर उठ के फिर से बैठते हो, फिर से गिरते हो, फिर से करते हो, ठोकते हो गाड़ी को, तो ठोक ठोक के ही तो होता है. Your body gets, how will you get self confidence unless and until you face the challenge, face everything? So this is what, I feel, we lack, the training that we have. So this is, so these are the things that I wanted to talk. So these are the various programs. So we can go to the next slide. Yeah. Yes, these are the most important, is being entrusted to train youth by providing skills to AICT approved colleges. In various colleges, as I was telling, entrepreneurship development cell. You also have, it comes under that skill development cell, which has the responsibility to train Indian youths, to provide them skill through AICT approved colleges. The skill is running various schemes. What are those schemes? Again, they have repeated AICT startup somewhere, all those things. Yeah, as I had mentioned, I had also, I will tell you, there is a district level training program called Sankalp. Okay, they are convergence and coordination. It is centrally sponsored scheme which is collaborated with the World Bank. Okay, what is the aim? It aims to implement the mandate of NSDM, National Skill Development Mission. What is the aim? Objective to implement the mandate of National Skill Development Mission. The main focus. What is the main focus? Is to improve. The main focus is to improve. We have ITI. Okay, ITI तो आपको मालूम होगा. Okay, so ITI वो जो स्किल जो इम्पार्ट करते हैं, it's very very important. Skills training to what? For industrial value. Okay, skills strengthening for industrial value enhancement. Strive. Please note it. Skills strengthening industrial value enhancement. TRIVE. This is a scheme, a World Bank assisted GOI scheme, Government of India. The what is the important objective is that very important objective is to improve the relevance and efficiency of skill training provided through ITIs, Industrial Training Institutes. Okay, I again repeat, the objective is to improve the relevance and efficiency of skills training provided through ITIs and apprenticeships and other schemes. Apart from that, government has also launched various specific schemes such as Samarth scheme. Okay, that's you have Sambai scheme. Is also Samarth scheme for capacity building. Okay, Samarth scheme for capacity building in textile sector. Okay, we have various Manchester of इधर साउथ इंडिया में एक मैनचेस्टर इंडिया है कोयम्बतूर where it's called as a textile hub. Surat is called as textile hub. You will find cotton materials, all those materials, the raw materials you will get in Surat for the rest of the western parts, and Ludhiana, Amritsar for wool. So that various cities they have got. So we have to tap those and give enough skill training so that the youth can be absorbed in those textile sector. There's also called USTTAD. What is that? Upgrading the skills and training. Most importantly, upgrading the skills and training in traditional arts. India is so blessed with age-old traditions, arts and crafts. Okay, arts and crafts for development scheme. You have Kontapura toys, कोचुमली साड़ीज असम में बहुत सारा साड़ीज होता है हैदराबाद में साड़ीज है and Punjab you have various materials for woolen clothes and various grains are available in various cities. In Tamil Nadu it is known for silk, Kanchipuram silks. So various areas you go, various, so all those things you can tap the potential. Okay, upgrading the skills and training in traditional arts and crafts for development. Now we had toycathon from Ministry of Education, toy development programs, toy making. It has become a big industry, especially during pandemic when people were not able to go out. People had developed soft toys. Soft toys we used to get it from China. Why? Make in India, made in India. Why can't we do that? So that with that aim only, इसीलिए हमने बोला, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री ने बोला आत्मनिर्भर बनिए. कैसे बनेंगे आत्मनिर्भर? हमारी चारों तरफ देखिए क्या है, हमारे चारों तरफ अगल बगल देखिए क्या है. नीम का पेड़ है, क्या उसे क्या बन सकता है? शीशम का पेड़ है, पीपल का पेड़ है, क्या बनता है, क्या बन सकता है? आयुर्वेद से हम क्या क्या नहीं कर सकते. आयुर्वेद की जो उपलब्धि है, हमारे धरोहर जो है, और बहुत सारी उपलब्धियां हैं. हम अपने आप को प्रोत्साहन नहीं देते और छाती ठोक के नहीं बोलते. वी आर प्राउड ऑफ आवर प्रोडक्ट्स, वी आर प्राउड ऑफ आवर रिच सिविलाइजेशन, वी आर प्राउड ऑफ आवर ट्रेडिशन, वी आर प्राउड ऑफ आवर रिच कल्चरल हेरिटेज. Recently, you in Bombay, we had world-class Nita Mukesh Ambani Cultural Center. This is going to be world-class. People are going to come across the regions and exchange on par. So we have rich cultural heritage. So let people know about us. Okay, why should we not show what we have? We have immense talent, we have immense raw materials, we have immense natural resources, human resources. It is just that we need to tap them. We need to give them enough skill training. The Government of India has launched all these skill initiatives, objectives. They are presented. So also we have Shram Sathi. This another it is, what is this Shram Sathi? It's for tribal, tribal arts and crafts. हम सब देखते हैं पेंटिंग और ट्राइबल. हम जब जो this I am wearing a sari which is made by tribal artisans. Okay, this is because this is supposed to be Jabalpur. This is from Madhya Pradesh. What I'm wearing, this is from this sari is handmade, and I'm made. We're proud of our khadi. ओके, खादी ग्राम उद्योग इतना अच्छा हमें धरोहर है। खादी हमें पहनना चाहिए, खूब पहनना चाहिए। So this tribals, they have so much of talent. They their products, whether they weave or whether they do it on various, bamboo. The northeastern side, due impetus have been given to bamboo plantation, which is not available in this side of India. So that has to be broomstick. Bamboos में बहुत सा broomsticks are being exported. So we don't know the importance of our own country. We find it is so Dolce and Gabbana. We have Louis Vuitton. We have our own make in India. Make it. Make for India. Feel proud of India. Feel proud of your nation. Feel proud of yourself. बनिए आत्मनिर्भर। सो श्रम साथी एक ऐसा ही एक योजना है जो सरकार ने दिया है। उन्होंने क्या बोला है, ट्राइबल माइग्रेंट्स के लिए challenges what they face, those challenges in skill development is addressed to the Shram Sathi module. Lack of state governmental participation, state departments and permitting the district offices, we have to undergo the training. Further, in most skill development schemes, we have to have the planning, monitoring schemes which are handled at the center. So the state governments and districts have virtually a lot of role, to play. So this makes the development initiatives which are centralized, also imparted to. Suppose, for example, Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Yojana. Okay, this was very very popular during कोविड टाइम्स। अभी हमारे महाराष्ट्र में इसको ज्योतिबाई फुले स्कीम के अंतर्गत हमने इसको बदला है, क्योंकि ये ऐसे स्कीम्स उधर से आते, आप जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की जो सरकार है वो अपनी तरफ से देते हैं अपने लोगों के लिए। एक और है, हमने खोला औषधि जन औषधि केंद्र। ओके, सब्सिडाइज्ड मेडिसिन आर अवेलेबल। इधर हमने खोला है, हमारी महाराष्ट्र की सरकार ने आपला दवाखाना, that is your medical shop. So very very subsidized rate for all the people. It has been available, quality checked medicines are available when you show the prescription. Over the counter medicines are available. So these are the schemes, and I request you once again, as I said, all those schemes, please go to the sites and keep checking for the latest updation. Approach to various skill centers, common service centers, and take those people who are in need of it and empower each other. That is how it is. Traditionally, skills in India have been very, very caste specific. These skills were very non remunerative also. For example, scavengers or safai karmacharis. So these skills are now they are as monetarily rewarding. Skills with entrepreneurial ability and career opportunities are very, very challenging. So we also find there are a lot of challenges. Okay, so these now we have also imparted skill for all sections, as I was telling, for tribals, for safai karmacharis, for everyone. Those various district level skill development committee and common service centers, they are being there. And most importantly, capacity building DSC is very essential. If you are not having, report it to the district collectors, report it to the various centers, and that say that we need it. Write the letters to the authority and say the government of India has given this, please give it to us. So that is what it is. Um, what it will do is, in the federal type of structure in democracy, which is the largest democracy, India is the largest democracy in the world. You would have seen now this word of usage of democracy. So that in democracy, both the center and the states play a key role. When the center imparts the yojanas to the state has to incorporate and implement for the betterment of its citizens. So that is how now the role of states have also increased. The state government not only have to send officials for skill enhancement, but also they have to provide incentive for various trained officers. Okay, for example, the state government can provide choice of their next postings. extending them in their various deputation posts, sponsoring them for a higher courses. District skill training has to understand also the socio-economic profile. So next slide. So this is what I feel the various ways that you will have to impart at various stages and at various level of schemes that you have. And when we say the various level of schemes, we'll have to be very we have to create and manage the knowledge, customize the local content, and also disseminate knowledge through training. Training is important. We have teachers, ओके, सरकारी स्कूल में तो बहुत सारे टीचर्स उपलब्ध हैं, ओके, पर उनको क्या सक्षम कैसे किया जाए? ओके, वी फाइंड नो मैथ्स टीचर मेरी बोरिंग थी, इसीलिए मैं मैथ, बिकॉज माय मैथ्स टीचर वाज वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट. Okay, so I sometimes I lost interest. Then when we were not able to give the feedback. Nowadays it's not so. Students give immediate feedback and it goes to the higher authorities. They implement like that. So proper training has been new education policy gives due impetus to training, teachers training. So that is more. So teachers training module has been developed and it has been incorporated, and state government, it's prerogative of the state government to implement various level of training, teachers training, level 1, level 2, level 3 at various stages. For kindergarten, for the nursery, we have Montessori level of education. Okay, it is pre-KG. So that is a nursery. So why don't we have our own level? Montessori, it looks very English. हमारे लेवल में क्या है? क्योंकि मॉन्टेसोरी आप जाके उसको जो सरकारी जो स्कूल में है या जो विलेज में है, उधर जाके आप ये करोगे तो उनको पता नहीं चलेगा, क्योंकि माए जो पिताजी जो है, उनके जो माता पिता खुद वो एजुकेटेड नहीं हैं. So all those things have needs lot of training, and that training module has been developed under NEP. So the government has taken lot of cognizance of various challenges, various options, that how we can empower today's youth, especially imparting skill education, skillful training. So I request you to go to the next slide. Yes, these are the things that I had been talking about. 15 July 2015, this was started, and various certification, as I was telling, National Skill Development Certificate. So that is most important. And why leveraging skill training is to ensure socio-economic development of a nation. For example, mechanization of work for manual scavengers, okay, rag pickers, kabadi wala, pickers will provide monetary benefits and result in social changes. अगर उनको भी अगर मैकेनाइज्ड ट्रेनिंग दिया जाए तो वो भी तो कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे, वो भी एक एक वन वन, even rag picker, thaila wala, they all contribute to national income, right? So they also can be given. Now we have in our wet waste, dry waste. There are machines to process those waste and to as a decompose and put it as a manure to the plants and trees. So we have got various things in our colony, in our हाउसिंग सोसाइटीज, एंड वी गिव देम ट्रेनिंग दी, ये ऐसे करिए ऐसा. एंड जब उनको टाइम मिलता है सफाई कर्मचारी, सो आई गो एंड वी हैव कॉल्ड महालक्ष्मी बचत घट. ओके, नाउ यू मस्ट बी heard about sanitary napkins, usage of sanitary sanitation, hygiene. The knowledge has to be imparted, most importantly, or else there are a lot of diseases which are being faced by women, especially in the form of uterine cancer. So I have taken this in my life. I've last a couple of years through various NGOs. I had given imparted knowledge to the slum children. उनको पता नहीं होता है, क्योंकि उनकी माओं को पता नहीं होता है usage of sanitary napkins. Now the government of India has made it mandatory to various schools and colleges, is giving free of cost various NGOs, the Rotary or Lions or any other corporate, you know, like companies like Whisper, Carefree, they've all come and they have given it. It's a knowledge. There is no need to feel shy. People have to know. People have to protect. The men have to protect their women, be it their daughter, be it their wife, be it the sister. If they are not protected, not empowered, then how are they going to contribute for the nation, for the family? So that is how the sanitation hygiene. So I had also installed sanitary napkin vending machines in various police stations for ladies, for lady police. So those, they're also facing a lot of challenges, right? When they go outside, out of the police station, when they go and capture the terrorists or nab the thieves, when they go on the ground, is it not a difficult job? Is it not challenging? Yes, they are also contributing equally on par with. So those days when they have this, so many women, when I see the police force, they come from village, they come from various small towns, small districts, remotest corner. They come, they get, but they do not have that much infrastructure. Okay, most important, infrastructure created. Okay, it all, again I say, it all depends upon the government, all the stakeholders, to empower whoever has the money, whoever has the capacity, do it for the sake of empowering the nation. So that's what I keep doing it. So last month I had I went and on, I think, Women's Day. Before the Women's Day, I had installed two vending machines for women force in the police sector, because they equally faced the challenge. They were very happy and gave them enough, because I had purchased those sanitary napkins at subsidized rates, and with the help of Rotary Club, I purchased the vending machines, installed the stations. So you'll have to be very practical, give them the infrastructure, give them the skill training, will do wonders. Yes or no? That is what is required. Idea, if you have, you need to give the best to generate that idea, bloom the idea, blossom that idea, and make the nation also blossom. And we are moving on par with other. We are no more called as third world. We are no more called as the lesser developed nations. What are we called as? Mark Mobius says, emerging nations of the world, fastest growing nations of the world. So that is how you should feel proud of being Indian. And you should feel very proud that when you're in India, you should feel very proud. And I strongly advocate that buy Indian products, and whatever it is, how much ever it is, try to help the local vendors. जाइए, जो सब्जी वाला है या थैला वाला है, जाए, मेक देम ऑल्सो डिसेमिनेट नॉलेज. 2 मिनट आप उनको भी, जो सरकार की योजना है आपके लिए है, थोड़ा 5-10 मिनट उनसे बात करिए. और ये सेल्फिश मत बनिए, ग्रो, यू ऑल्सो ग्रो. Okay, and talk to them, make them aware of all this. Don't think that only the top government people only have to do it. You also, as citizens, have greater responsibility. स्वच्छ भारत प्रधानमंत्री ने दे दिया आह्वान, पर हमें भी तो स्वच्छ रहना चाहिए. झाड़ू उठा के हम अपने घर को ही साफ नहीं करना चाहिए. झाड़ू उठा के कूड़ा सब साफ करके कूड़ेदान में डालना चाहिए. वो कूड़ा को बालकनी से बाहर नहीं डालना चाहिए. वो केले का छिलका हो, या बस के जब हम खाते हैं तो बस से एकदम केले का छिलका फेंकना नहीं चाहिए, कोई गिर जाएगा नीचे. So that civic responsibility also lies in us. So we, the citizens of India, we should also, as Swami Vivekananda says, arise, awake. So we have to awake. We have to create an awareness. Awareness is created now. It is generated. You have so much schemes, okay, and give it to them. Make them aware. You also make yourself aware. Just look into it. How you can reap the harvest. How you can reap the benefit. How you can take the advantage. How you can make your family, most empowered. Every family is empowered. It is going to contribute to the national income, and GDP increases, nation develops. The nation is empowered. So every one of ये हमारा दायित्व है. हमारे ऊपर एक महत्वपूर्ण दायित्व है कि हमें निर्भर बनना है, बन के रहना है। तो वो कैसे बनेंगे? ऐसे अपने आप के ही बारे में सोचेंगे नहीं, दूसरों के, अपने आसपास क्या है, क्या कर सकते हैं। अगर आप बढ़ते हो, सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल लाइक आई डोंट नो, यू मस्ट बी अवेयर ऑफ शार्क टैंक्स, ओके, द वेरियस दैट शार्क टैंक जो आता है, दोस पीपल हैव लेंस कार्ड, shadi.com, I think those people, they have become unicorns, more than that. And they have scripted a space, they have, how they have now, they are inviting ideas, they are asking the other people to come and use them. Is it not good? I think that's a fantastic idea. You should do that. Yeah. When you become something good, when you become on the threshold of giving it to someone, do it. So, and impart those skill training, be part of the system, and come to the system, and here the government of India, the various state governments, the various stakeholders are here to give you. If they have taken a one step, you also take one step. Then they will take 10 steps towards you also. It's up to us citizens that we need to awake, we need to be aware of all the schemes, download all the schemes. And I know for one more thing that I would like to say is there's an app called Narendra Modi app. Please download it. There also, every day, now and then, all the yojanas are given. Every one of you, please download it, and you can directly be in touch. It is called inclusivity, inclusion, inclusion of growth inclusion. So citizens can directly participate in the government, and they have a say. They have, and you're all the social media platforms, okay, the various platforms like Twitter, Insta, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is always there, and the Twitter has come, has evolved also, and many times Prime Minister also personally replies. So all the ministers, they're also there. Raise your inquiry. Railways, when you tweet it, they immediately come and do it. So be in that platform, and you can avail all those schemes. Okay, the next one. Yes, I think I should not load too much. I've already loaded. I should not be a monologue. I have talked enough. I have talked enough about the schemes, talked enough about the yojanas. It is up to us that how are we going to use it. And it is up to us how are we going to develop ourselves and with our products. If you have an idea how we are going to use these schemes, there are Kalyani scheme, Sent scheme for women, n number of yojanas are there under Sukanya Samriddhi scheme. Okay, after 18 years of age, she can avail those schemes for her marriage also. The benefits are there. So go to that various local banks, speak to them, talk to them, and if they are not, pull them out and say that it is there. Okay, you must be aware of your local representatives, elected representatives. Talk to them. Say that we have. Most of them they are supportive. Most of them, some of them they are not. You cannot approach them. But at least there's a check in the district level, check at the panchayat level, check at various levels. How best you can get the info. Today is day of EH of info. Fingertips. You have information. Yes or no? So you have everything. You have Google Guru. You have everyone, various levels. So the information is at your fingertips. So it is up to you and us to utilize and make a nation move towards Atmanirbharta. As I always end, as Swami Vivekananda says, do one thing at a time, and while doing it, put your soul. So I was talking to you, and I was giving all the information. My focus was that nations, every youth gets skillfully trained according to his skill sets at various ITI centers or skill development centers, the common service centers. Approach me for anything. I'm available always. And my Twitter ID is at the rate Sukanya Iyer 2. You can follow me. And Facebook ID is Sukanya Iyer. Sukanya.Iyer1 is at Insta. LinkedIn Sukanya to Iyer, and also Sukanya. The various other profile IDs are there. You can go to my profile, and then you can go from there. You can do it. So various levels you can approach me. I'm just whatever doubts that you have. My platform is there, bystonline.org. We give enough training, we impart enough training on, and we also incorporate various level. We have mobile mentor clinics at various village levels, and we also have mentors, as I said. Come and be part of all those people who are professors, various colleges, finance, people who are bankers. Please come to us, follow, get trained in our mentor development program. You can do anything. There are various incubation centers that you have, and you can skillfully, your lot of people to mentor you according to your projects, according to your skill sets, on making you have a knowledge about the yojanas. Get trained, get skillfully trained. And last but not the least, I will say, that हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होकर रहेंगे कामयाब. Over to you all. Megha, any questions? Anyone they want any information to be disseminated? Anywhere they want to be in touch? Ask them to shoot the questions.
That's awesome, ma'am. Almost you covered everything about skill development schemes and why we need to invest our time and energy for skill development. Let me quickly summarize what you covered. You started with this why we need skill development, and you highlight the demographic advantages for India. You highlight the role of state for skill development. You mention example of CSC center, and you highlight the different policies of government like PMKVY, JSS, and Skill Development Center under AICT. यू आपने बहुत अच्छा एक एग्जाम्पल पुट किया कि कैसे एक छोटा साइकिल के स्टोर को आपने मेंटरशिप प्रोवाइड करी और वो एट प्रेजेंट एक बहुत अच्छा एक्सपोर्टर बन गया है. सो दैट इज अ वेरी टची पॉइंट कि एक छोटा सा सिंपल एग्जाम्पल आपने सेट किया और सिंगल हेल्प के साथ कैसे उसका जर्नी इतना बड़ा हो गया. उसके बाद आपने एक संकल्प स्कीम के बारे में बताया कि वो वर्ल्ड बैंक के अंदर अभी चल रहा है. उसका भी हम लोग हमारे स्टार्टअप्स को और जो भी हमारे पास आते हैं हम उसको बेनिफिट के लिए उनको इनकरेज करेंगे. देन आपने मेंशन किया जन औषधि केंद्र को लेकर कि कैसे गवर्नमेंट अलग अलग सेक्टर में स्किल डेवलपमेंट को लेके प्रमोट कर रही है. एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट आपने जो एक एरिया टच किया कि जो हमारा ट्रेडिशनल स्किल सेट था वो कास्ट और रिलीजियस बेस्ड था कि अगर कोई सफाई वाला काम उसके पहले करते थे तो उनको उसी तरीके से ट्रीट किया जाता था कि उनको वही स्किल्स डेवलप करने की ज़रूरत है. वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन आपने मेंशन करी कि अभी हमारे पास इतने सारे स्किल डेवलपमेंट के स्कीम्स हैं तो उनका बेनिफिट्स हमें आम लोगों तक पहुंचाना चाहिए. ये हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि ये सारी स्कीम्स का बेनिफिट उन तक पहुंच सके. एंड आपकी स्लाइड्स में एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट और बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कोटेशन था, उसको मैं एक बार फिर से रिपीट करना चाहूँगा. फ्यूचर बिलोंग्स टू दोज हु लर्न मोर स्किल्स एंड कंबाइन देम इन अ क्रिएटिव वे. दैट्स अ ऑसम कोटेशन. कई बार हमने ऑब्जर्व किया कि जैसे जैसे हम एज वाइज ग्रो होते हैं तो हम अपने स्किल को डेवलप करना थोड़ा सा कम कर देते हैं. हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हमने ऑलरेडी जो सीखा हुआ है उसी को बस हमें बार बार रिपीट करना है. बट आपने जो चीज़ें हाईलाइट करी, वी ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ जबलपुर स्मार्ट सिटी एंड जबलपुर इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर, we grateful to you ma'am for this awesome session, and we grateful you given time, you accepted our invitation and you presented very well. Thanks a lot ma'am.
Thank you. Any questions anyone have? You all can approach me anytime. As I said, my platform is available. I am available anytime. कोई भी झिझकिए नहीं, कोई भी झिझकना भी नहीं. You don't raise your brows. We're all there for you. Grow.
Yeah.
जाइए, बढ़िए, आगे बढ़िए.
Yes ma'am, surely we
आगे
will
बताइए
जैसा
कि
आपने
क्या है.
बताया कि हम होंगे कामयाब, डेफिनेटली हम सभी एक साथ मिलके अपने भारत को लेके बहुत आगे बढ़ेंगे. थैंक्स अ लॉट मैम, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you everyone.